Hello, Internet. Gino, that Pinguino Greco here again with another episode of Deep Listens. And today we've decided to resist 1,000 times. That's right, we played 1000xRESIST. Thanks to a friend of the show, Loam Life, who won our internal Fantasy Critic League last year and picked this game for us. Joining me, as always, to discuss all things video games, Pete Busby. How you doing, Pete?
I'm doing good. Lots to talk about this one. A lot of interesting things to talk about, too, which is always nice. Fun fact for this week comes from Dr. Girlfriend, my Dr. Girlfriend.
Oh, not the character from the Venture Brothers?
Although a good character, too. So, like the way we treat femur breaks a lot of times now is with leg rods. You just jam a rod into somebody's bone. But that wasn't always standard of care. So in World War II, when this sort of became more of a thing, it was the Germans doing it for the most part. So Allied soldiers would come home with big metal rods in their legs, and everybody stateside thought they were being tortured because this wasn't yet the standard of care. But over time, we suddenly realized that no, big metal rods in people's legs actually work a lot better than just trying to glue things back together. So it went from being a supposed act of human torture to the standard of care.
Huh. That is a fun fact. Thank you, Pete.
Yeah, no, the ones I get from her are a lot more fun than the ones I find on my own.
Yeah, but you always stumble upon a fact. It's incredible.
Yeah.
10 years in, always a fact.
There are so many facts out there.
There are so many.
And you learn about some of them right here. That other voice that you heard is the Mistress of Games herself, M. Palladino. How you doing, M?
Hello, I'm doing well. I am very excited to talk about this game. It's been on my list for a while, and I think it delivered. Real quick, my thing that I do every single time.
Every time you do it, you never once have you not.
Every single time. I am M. Palladino. I am GameMaker M all over the internet. You can find the posts that I make on Blue Sky at GameMakerM.bluesky.social. And you can find the games and writing that I've posted on the internet at itch.io, where I'm also GameMaker M. And if you like this game, keep an eye out on my itch, because there are some themes that may be relevant to the thing I'm going to be publishing probably before the next episode comes out, but I got to do some edits, so we'll see. It's coming soon. I got some books coming out. Yeah, we'll talk about it when it's actually a thing that I've posted.
Excellent. Speaking of things to plug, we've got our normal plugs. You can get in touch with the show, deeplistenspodcast@gmail.com, deeplistens.libsyn.com. We have our comment sections there. You can support the show on patreon.com/deeplistens. You can follow us on Blue Sky at deeplistenspodcast.bluesky.social, all of our normal plugs. But we're also doing a call to action to help. What's going on in Minnesota right now is really, really fucked up, and I think has made many of us on the show and in the Deep Listens community real mad and real upset. And to try and channel that into something productive, we just want to give a shout out to the Immigrant Law Center of Minnesota as a place that you could potentially direct some funds if you also feel that what's going on right now in Minnesota is awful. To donate to them, you can go to ilcm.org/donate. Because they are stretched pretty darn thin, as you can imagine, with all of the people just kind of being abducted out of nowhere who need lawyers. So take a look there. That's ilcm.org/donate. If you feel compelled to do something, want to give people in the community an outlet to do it. We might be doing a community endurance run to raise funds for them as well in the coming weeks. So look forward to that. It's a dark time out there right now, especially in the United States. And this community has been one of the ways that I've felt supported. And I feel like we as a community have been very good at taking care of each other. And especially when disasters and things have struck. So I just wanted to say thanks to everyone who has supported us in the past and who has felt compelled to give in the past, and just wanted to shout out some stuff that I thought might be a productive use of time and energy. Did either of you have anything to add to that on the call to action front?
That's pretty accurate.
Yeah, echo your statement of fucked upness.
Yeah, I don't think we need to make a point of saying that our politics are fuck ICE and
Yeah, I don't know that we need to say it super loud directly, but yes, fuck ICE.
but we could.
We could.
We'll do it.
We'll say it right there. There you go. So yeah, like if you feel compelled, ilcm.org/donate. We'll put a link in the show notes as well.
Make sure you put the L in there, because if you do what I did, you get International Church Ministry something.
No, don't do that.
Don't do that. That's a different thing. We're
That's a
not
different thing.
giving them money.
It's 4 letters.org. ilcm.org/donate. All right, our normal plugs. Reminder, if you supported us on patreon.com/deeplistens, at the $1 tier, you'd get access to our Discord. At the $3 tier, you'd get access to the Fuji Soncast. Which, Pete, y'all are watching Samurai Champloo still?
Yep, we are. That is accurate.
Awesome. And then if you were on the Discord, you could be on the Discord report.
The Discord report. Boop-a-doop-a-doop-a-doop-a-doop. This week on the Discord, we have our first points on the board for the Fantasy Critic League. A quick rundown of the leaderboard right now. Our Discord user Slag received 19 points for...
It's Woolhaven. It is the new Cult of the Lamb expansion.
Yes, which reviewed pretty well. It got an 89, so that gets 19 points. Reki put some money into Mio Memories in Orbit, which got Reki 13 points. Unfortunately, Lionheart bid against that, so Lionheart got minus 13 points.
Yep.
And I wanted to put my money on some game that was coming out recently that I wanted to play. So I got Arknight's Enfield for $1 in my league budget, and that got me 9 points. So I'm in third. And as far as everything else goes, we've got a couple of games coming up. Karen, I think, Gino, you have?
I do.
Right?
I have Karen.
Yep. That's going to be releasing on the 29th, which is pretty soon. I have Don't Stop Girly Pop, which I know nothing about, but I like the name of.
That is a great name.
That's also coming out on the 29th. And then Code Vein 2, that is Reki also. So we're going to see a couple more points on everyone's board pretty quickly now that we're getting into the actual meat of the year.
I like that this is calling attention, making us pay attention to the release radar.
Mm-hmm.
We actually need to know what games are coming out.
Can I ask a question about the meta?
Yes,
sure.
Please do.
So, you mentioned the cost of some of these games, your budget. Would it be a viable strategy for me to get like 100 games that are super cheap and only score me like 2 points each?
No.
Well, no, it's got slots like in a fantasy football league.
Yeah. Okay.
Yes.
So
you have a maximum of like 10 and 2 counter picks.
The counter picks are you are trying to guess a game that will not be good or will not come out.
Right.
Yes.
So it's hot and heavy, and 1000xRESIST was picked by the winner of this league last year. So we will, in all likelihood, around this time next year, be playing another game picked by the winner, unless either MU or I win, in which case it'll kind of be normal. But we'll see.
Yep.
Other things on the Discord.
Other than that,
the football continues.
Football is happening.
Unfortunately, the Patriots
that should be like America's motto. Football continues.
Unfortunately, football continues. Yeah, Patriots have made the Super Bowl.
Oh, they beat the Broncos today?
In spite of themselves. Yeah, they won. They got 7 defensive points and then a field goal. The Broncos starting quarterback broke his ankle with 1 play left in the game last week. And so they had to play with a backup quarterback who couldn't throw. And then the second the Patriots took the lead in the game today, a torrential blizzard started in Denver, at which point no one could make football plays anymore.
Uh,
So yeah, it's a heck of a thing. I literally looked out the window and saw a gigantic snowstorm. I was like, "Oh, that's weird," and it was immediately after the field goal that put them up. And then the snowstorm stopped a few minutes after the game ended.
Wonderful.
I see.
What are you going to do? Divine intervention have sent the Patriots to the Super Bowl, which means that our sports channel is popping off. Let's see if there's any other stuff. I mean, we've talked about this game, but we don't need to talk about that more outside of the show. I think that's most everything, right, Em?
It's most of it. I'm trying to make people watch Gundam with me. All of Gundam.
All of Gundam.
All of Gundam.
For the
Yeah,
next,
I
like,
made
40 years? Like what?
So I mean, if you watch one episode a day, it's gonna take you probably like 2 years.
Are you even gonna watch the
3
racist
years
one?
maybe. I mean, it's on the list, but if we decide pretty quickly that we don't want to deal with that, we'll knock that off. I made a spreadsheet that has all the Gundams that I want to watch, or what I think would be complete for watching Gundam. And I was trying to get people in the OG Songcast channel to watch along with me. But I don't think anyone's going to do that. I think I'm just going to have to subject Harley to that.
Do me a favor.
Mm-hmm.
I don't remember if this was in an episode or one of the movies, but I have this very
Mm-hmm.
vivid memory in the back of my brain where one of the Gundams was shooting like a massive laser at some underground base, and everybody kept remarking on how it was like within a millimeter of accuracy or some nonsense.
Damn.
If you
That
see
sounds
that,
like Gundam.
yeah, it could be 60 episodes. This could happen,
Mhm.
in for all I know. But if you see it, let me know.
That sounds like Gundam X, where they're always firing a big laser from the moon.
Could be, yeah.
The Gundam like absorbs energy from the moon and then shoots it in a big laser that blows everybody up.
I mean that
That's
that
its
could
like
be it.
special. I'm gonna look at my chart here. That looks like it's gonna be a ways off.
In 18 months, let me know if it happens.
Yeah, there's some pretty long series in between then and where we are now, which is not deep into the first series.
See, when you said all of Gundam, I thought for a second
Mhm.
you were saying Olive Gundam, like it was
Oh,
the Italian Gundam from G Gundam or something.
yes.
The
Come with
racist
me and
Gundam.
as we watch only the episodes with the Italian Gundam in it.
Yep. I forget if there. I think there is an Italian Gundam. There's
think
all
so.
sorts of racist Gundam.
Oh
in
yeah.
that one.
Oh yeah. That G Gundam has a ton of it makes some choices. Let's say.
Everyone loves sombrero. No, sorry, Tequila Gundam. It has a
Mhm.
sombrero and a poncho.
Does it honestly? You're making this up, aren't you?
No, I'm not making that up
No.
at all.
Now I have
Look
to
up
this
Neo
up.
Holland's Gundam, Pete.
Oh yeah, it's got a windmill on it. I know that.
Mhm.
Oh dear God.
Look up the Tequila Gundam.
Tequila
What do you
Gundam.
see?
It's obscene.
Yeah,
This is
that's.
horrible.
I'm not even gonna post that.
Tell me what you think of Tequila Gundam, Pete.
Yeah, no, I mean I have a newfound appreciation for multiculturalism, you know?
Pick that for the OG Soundcast, and then you and M could have a crossover.
Mhm. I like that its arms are cactuses.
I mean, of course. Yeah, what else would
Of course, it's like the Mummy Gundam from Neo Egypt.
Uh-huh. Yep.
Yeah, it's great. All right, without further ado, let's turn our attentions to 1000xRESIST. M, what is this game?
Okay, so 1000xRESIST is a kind of adventure game, I want to say. It is made by Sunset Visitor. It was published in 2024 by Fellow Traveler Games. You can play on PC or on the Switch. You're playing as a clone. You are the blue clone of a woman named the All Mother. you are in a like post apocalyptic society where only clones are around. Um, there is a bunch of flashbacks that you're doing because you have to do communions with the other clones that are on the ship with you, which is basically entering into memories and seeing stuff from the past. So very quickly, you're put into the perspective of uh, your predecessor, which became the All Mother, Iris, as she deals with kind of the, uh, I guess it's like a pandemic situation, but it's caused by aliens coming from outer space. Uh,
Yeah, let's do a quick proper noun unpacking here up
okay,
front because it will make talking about this game easier, I
yeah,
think. There's the All Mother. She
uh-huh.
is a woman named Iris, a girl named Iris, who's like a teenager when these aliens come, and she is given immortality. Almost all of the clones are clones of her. So when we say All Mother, it's just this one high schooler from Canada,
Yes. Hecky
Yep.
Almo.
Eki Almo. Um, Damn it. There's each of the characters is named after their function, at least at the beginning of the game. So there's Watcher, who is the main character you're playing as, who's blue, and they also color coded. There's Knower, who is purple. Her thing is knowing things. There's Fixer, who's green. Guess what she
Her
does?
thing fixing things.
Yep. There's
Yep.
Healer, which Pete, what do you think Healer does?
Probably something medically related. Probably processes insurance claims.
That's it.
Uh-huh.
And then there's the one who breaks convention, Bang Bang Fire,
Yeah, I wanted to ask about that.
who's orange.
I mean, kicks ass. Say
Yeah.
that much.
Mhm.
Healer's pink. Oh, and there's also Principal, who's red
Red.
and in charge, I guess.
Yeah.
Um,
Principal
so-
seems to be the head of the. There's not cops yet, but
No.
there will be eventually.
And yeah, spoilers for this whole game, by the way, just in
Yeah.
case you somehow this is the first episode of the show you've ever listened to.
Welcome.
We're gonna spoil it, the whole thing.
Yeah.
So
You should go and play this game before we spoil everything.
You got a
It's
quick
only
feel
like.
for our,
Hmm?
I was gonna say you got a quick feel for our politics too. You jumped right in the deep end with that one.
True.
So the aliens, they are the observers, correct?
Yes.
They are aliens that basically look like some kind of big ring in the sky with a body attached to it. So
No,
like
wait.
there's a
They're
ring
the
at a
occupants.
hovering over a neck.
Occupants.
Oh,
Not
sorry,
the
occupants.
observers, the occupants.
Occupants. Right. Sorry, my bad. The occupants. They are aliens. They look like a human torso with a big ring for a head. And they caused people to get sick. I don't think they named the illness.
No, I mean they give us the symptoms, but there's really only
Yeah.
one important one.
Yeah, once they show up, Pete, what happens to humans?
You cry yourself to death. I think somebody explains it as your lungs turn to liquid, and pour out of your eyes.
It's not good.
Not great.
So that's what's going on here. And am I missing any big proper nouns? I mean, Hecky, almost. We'll unpack that. I don't feel like it's a
No,
thing that's like a proper noun you need.
I think secretary would be the last one. Secretary is sort of
Oh,
like
yeah.
your Navi in this game. It's your floating robot buddy that follows you around.
Yes, and it allows for communions. Oh, right, communions. It's, as Em said earlier, it's you seeing memories from the past. So memories can be transmitted from the All Mother to Watcher and other shells. Oh, that's another proper noun. Shells. Instead of saying clones, they say shells. So anyone who is not one of those primary like Watcher, Knower, Healer, there are like understudies, I would guess you would say, for each of those roles.
Kinda.
Yeah.
It
those
seems like there's a little society thing going on.
They're like
I don't know.
servants.
Yeah, they're like basically in training to become these like
Archetypes.
yeah,
Yeah. But they're also just
the
labor.
mhm. Some of them are labor. Some of them are miscellaneous, and they are not designated in a specific color. This is getting into like the later
It's the late
game
game.
stuff. Yeah,
But yeah,
There's
like
a lot.
there's a lot happening.
there's a
here.
lot. But shells are if we say shells, it's just clones. They're
Mhm.
just clones. They are colored clones, generally speaking. So the game starts off with you seeing Watcher take a little like cyber knife and stab the Allmother Iris through the chest. At which point you start jumping back in time and seeing a bunch of flashbacks, and are told like, "Oh, we need to relive this event again," um, which kind of dumps you back at a moment where Watcher said goodbye to Fixer, who is the green character. It seems like they have a relationship going on, kinda.
Yeah.
And apparently, in this society, if you're a real good archetype, fixer, healer, knower, like any of those roles, at a certain point, a train will come to whisk you away so that you can be with the Allmother. You basically ascend into heaven. And if you get on the train, no one knows where you go. You are never heard from again. And it seems that Watcher is in a relationship kind of with Fixer. It's ambiguous.
I mean,
Oh,
it's not
yeah.
that ambiguous.
It's not that ambiguous.
There's some
I mean,
some light bondage jokes later on.
they don't overtly say anything, but you could tell.
Yeah, they're in a relationship. So Watcher says bye to Fixer, and then Fixer gets on the train, goes away. Um, so it's two clones of the same person who are in a relationship with each other.
Yeah.
What do we do with this? Do you have anything to unpack with it? Like, I feel like I don't know what to do.
Right. I think what Gino's asking is, on a scale of 1 to
Mhm.
10, how titillated should he feel?
How titillated should Gino feel?
Yeah.
Probably not very.
Okay.
I mean, it seems as though I mean, they're not making children or anything. So like
Well, they are, but it's with a clone machine.
right, yeah. But also it's, complicated. They're
So much lore.
Yes.
there's a lot of lore. It's hard to talk about this without like totally unpacking everything in the game. I'm gonna say it's like on a scale of wrong
Wrong to right.
wrong
So
to
wrong is
right.
right? Yeah.
It's probably like, they could get a pass. They're in a really weird situation. There's only like, I don't know, a couple hundred of them.
Also, for at least most of the first half, let's say all the
Mhm.
first half of the game, it's just them.
Yeah.
So you're either hooking up with your clones or you're not hooking up at all.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Yeah. So Fixer gets on a train, and at this point, you start having communions, which I think is one of the first like moments where the game has some mechanics other than walking around,
Mhm.
and also it kind of shows this game's hand with how it tells its story. Pete, do you remember what the first communion in this game is?
Yeah, you go back to Iris's, the All Mother's name at the time. You go back to her high school, and you go to the roof, and like you first see the occupants. You go somewhere else. More or less, you're trying to get to the school dance. I'm pretty sure the
Mhm.
first communion.
Yeah. So there's a couple mechanics here. Do you want to start with I guess, jumping mechanic or like warping mechanic they've got
So
going on?
the warping through space or warping through time?
Ooh.
One then the other.
Okay. So the thing you're going to come across first is you need to sort of jump between two time periods, which is done if you're on the controller. You hold the shoulder buttons. If you're going to flash backwards, you're going to hold left, and forwards, you're going to hold right. And in this first communion, you have like been walking around a high school that has looked pretty dilapidated. It's messed up. There's no one there except for a bunch of like soldiers. And then when you use this ability to jump backwards, which I think you only get once you actually get to the roof and you talk to the observer or the occupant.
Yeah.
Where did we get observer from? Get that out of here.
I messed it
No,
up.
yes,
Sorry,
yes,
Watcher.
God damn it. All right. So you get up to the roof, you talk to the occupant, or you at least see it, and you have a interaction with a picture that's there, which is a character you haven't met just yet, which is Jiao. This was Iris's friend, and she says something to the effect of she wants you to go back, and then you jump back, and then you're in 2048. 2048 or 2047. It's
I don't remember
around
the
there.
year.
The future. Yeah, whatever.
Yeah. There's a little like thing in the corner. It says what year it is. So you go back to 2047, and it's the day of the school dance. And so there are a bunch of high schoolers around. It seems like some of them on the roof are getting religious about the gigantic red glowing figures that people are seeing like in the mountains.
Mm-hmm.
And in order to solve a couple of puzzles, you need to jump between like your time, which I don't know how far into the future it is, but jump between then and the 2047 time period.
Yeah, it's sort of Silent Hill rules.
Yeah.
Like you can get certain places in like scary, spooky time,
Yep.
and certain places in normal time.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so if sometimes you come across a door that's like blocked with a bunch of boxes, you can jump to the past and then it'll be open. And as you're going through, you will then have to talk to Iris's friend Jiao, who seems like Iris is pretty mean to.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, she's kind of fucked up. Iris has some baggage because of her relationship with her mother, and she seems to be projecting some of that onto Jiao. Jiao is a foreign exchange student. She is from Hong Kong, and she sort of latches onto Iris. And yeah, and then
Iris's family is also from Hong Kong.
yes.
Although Iris was born in Canada, where they are now.
Yes. It's notable that they came over during the Hong Kong protests in 2019, where they were clashing with police and getting gassed and all sorts of things that created some lingering trauma. And then coming over here, it doesn't seem to have resolved any of that trauma.
No, I would say this is. Is this the third? This is the third game we've played in the last calendar year, where one could argue the primary antagonist is an overbearing Asian mother.
Yeah.
Consume
Sure.
me, thirsty suitors in this.
Yep.
Like this game, you've got Iris's mother, who is a distant and abusive, I would say, like bordering on abusive mother.
Not physically, but definitely emotionally.
Yeah.
That's fair.
Emotionally abusive mom. And then Iris herself, who makes lots of clones of herself. She also, I think, is a abusive mom. And then
Iris's grandmother too. We got 3 generations.
Yes.
Iris's grandma, who also we find out like refused to talk to Iris's mother, and then Iris's mother refuses to talk to Iris, and then Iris refuses to talk to her kids because this is a game, and I think this is early enough in the game that it comes out that like generational trauma being a core theme of the game is very transparent.
Yeah, like we don't even have to stop with Iris. Like it's turtles all the way down. Like we could just keep going.
Yeah, it's just mothers being mean to mothers who are then mean to their children.
Yeah.
And who think that being abusive to their children is the only way to instill discipline. Yeah, so like you get mechanically like jumping around and you get time travel back and forth. And I guess at this point, like Pete, you see all of these different people in military outfits who are like guiding Iris around. She gets this picture of her friend Zhao. We get a sense that I guess Iris. What was your sense of Iris at this point?
Right. My sense is Iris calls the shots in some aspect, right? Because she's the one who gets to decide that they're coming to this high school, and everybody else seems pretty pissed about it, to be perfectly honest. So like it seemed like Iris was in charge in some sense at the beginning.
Yeah, and we find out pretty early on that Iris is immune to this terrible disease, whatever this disease is. She's got immunity from it, and it seems these people who are following her around are, researchers who want to cure the disease, and as the only immune person, she's basically got everyone by the nose.
Yeah, it's also pretty clear. Like your mileage may vary. You know how much sympathy you have for Iris. Again, I don't know that 3 of us are the best people to decide that. But it's clear. It's clear pretty early on that Iris is kind of a nasty person, just based on the way she treats Zhao.
Yeah, how so?
I think it's very clear. So again, I'm not the person to make this claim either, but I'm going to go ahead and do it. I think it's pretty clear that Iris resents Zhao for being foreign and reminding Iris of her own foreignness. So she does a lot to try to force Zhao to assimilate or completely keep Zhao away from her. She's just very mean to Zhao.
Yeah. And I think to that point, she is mean to Zhao, and Zhao has, it seems, a crush on Iris. Or either a crush or a friendship.
Obsession. It's an obsession of some sort.
Yeah, it's an obsession of some sort. Like she dresses like Iris. She uses terms like Iris. And Iris keeps her at arm's length while also making fun of her, while also being one of the only people she can talk to. And it seems like it's a bad situation. And this communion ends with you kind of seeing Zhao killed by the occupants.
Yeah, I didn't necessarily get a sense of like what Iris did to Zhao at the dance itself. She didn't save her, obviously, but like, did she like, she didn't throw Zhao into the infection or anything, did she?
So, from what it seems as though like Zhao confided something in Iris. We don't find out what it was. It could have been like a confession. We do know that she was like putting letters into Iris's locker.
Yeah.
And there was something that Iris did that like the teachers who you come across find abhorrent. She said something, I don't know what, to Zhao that like they had to tell Iris's parents about.
Right. Yeah,
but we don't ever find out what it is. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I think the implication, I mean, putting letters in your locker and like following you around, I think there's like crush implications of that.
It wouldn't be out of pocket.
No, but the game uses a lot of ambiguity with some of this stuff, right? Like there are times when the game just needs you to know that Iris did something bad. It doesn't need to necessarily unpack all of it.
There's also like layers and layers of unreliable narration here too.
Yes.
Like we don't know who's tampering with these things. We don't know if anybody is, who sent them, what. Like there's no way to tell really what's capital T truth at any point.
That's true. And that's definitely something at the end of this memory. Pixar shows up and tells Watcher that something's going on with the All Mother on the other side of those trains. And you basically we need to find some solution to this, and don't rat on me is basically what Fixer says. And that kind of gives you the implication that, oh, people can hack into these communions, and maybe they're not as trustworthy as we think they are. So, and what does Watcher do when her beloved tells her to not snitch?
She immediately goes to principal and snitches, which results in to at least to what Watcher is told in a series of like child's drawings that Fixer was captured and then like incinerated, which seems to be their form of capital punishment.
Yeah.
And
The phrase they use is "Fixer was shown fire."
yeah, it seems as though this is what they do when they need to get rid of somebody. And these drawings are kind of upsetting because it's like not very not very refined, let's say. What if a like 8-year-old was drawing someone getting burned alive?
Pretty
Like
graphically too.
yeah, like 3 different shots of it too. And people aren't too happy with Watcher for snitching.
Well,
Yeah,
some
neither
people
am I.
aren't.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
not.
Healer's not thrilled.
Mhm.
A lot of some shells start making a play about it as like a parable that that Fixer dying is actually Watcher saving society by
Oh yeah, I forgot about them.
revealing the betrayal of Fixer, and everyone starts treating Fixer as though there was some traitor because there's some foundational myth that there was an original clone who sinned and brought basically original sin to all of the other clones that they have to work off for the rest of their lives in a very, Adam and Eve sort of way. And Fixer is the latest. She inherited the sin from the first one who sinned. But yeah, like
It's probably fine, right?
I wouldn't worry about it.
I think it's worth saying, like, in this storyline, all of the art appears to be the art of like a child, because that's all of the drawings that anyone has are like things from Iris, from her childhood. That seems to be the only art that exists, and
But
the only
I mean, that doesn't make any sense.
and the only
Here's my
poetry
question.
that exists is poetry that Iris wrote in like a journal or something.
I think it is that was Iris's level of skill, and so they never could grow past it because they
Clones.
were clones of her.
Yeah, but I mean, so like based on that logic, like Fixer is a Mensa level engineer
Mhm.
at some point. Healer's doing crazy genetic experiments constantly. Like Iris couldn't have been an expert at all these things.
No, it seems like their
Could she,
entire
though?
society.
I mean, maybe, I guess.
Well, because all right, this is gonna
Just go.
I'm
Don't
gonna
hold
break
back.
sequence here.
Sure.
We know that Iris has been basically made immortal by I don't know if it was by the people who were experimenting on her or because she was like chosen by the occupant and that was what made her immune. So she had like 1,000 years or something.
So you're saying it's a Groundhog Day situation?
Possibly, yeah. I
And
think
her
that
clones don't seem to die of old age very much.
No, they don't.
yes,
By
they
that logic,
also
she could have
seem
learned
somewhat
to
immoral.
draw.
True.
She could have learned to draw better than that.
I think this was Principal's drawings, which is why she wasn't focused on drawing, so they kind of just look like Iris's base level.
Principal had a lot of other stuff going on.
Yeah, she had some things on her mind.
Yeah, so the map that you have of the location that you run around in, the orchard, it's also drawn like an 8-year-old would draw a map. So it
Wait,
sucks.
Wait, do we have a map?
Yeah.
Is there a map? What button is the map?
I was just working off the HUD.
Square on my
Yeah.
controller.
Are you fucking kidding me?
No.
Hold on. I gotta open up the game and look at this map because I never saw a map. I was running around this bitch. I was using the signs on the like arrow pointing this way to get to the medical bay or whatever.
I mean, if it makes you feel any better, it's not a good map.
Okay, but I would like to see it. They never told me that I had a map option.
I mean, they
So I
never tell
just
you lots of
assumed
it, you know?
yeah.
They
I
never
just
tell you the
assumed
clones
it
are doing
wasn't
it, but they clearly are.
well. They
Yeah, the
could
map.
have
You only have the map when you're Watcher and when you're in the orchard. But the map is like scribbles. It's like a child's drawing, and it doesn't cover every location either, and it also doesn't mark a lot of the locations well. But at this point, I think this is your first opportunity, like after the first communion, to really run around the orchard and get your bearings. You wanted to talk about it. I guess part of it was you didn't find the map button.
Yeah, hold on one second. I'm loading into chapter 3, which I believe is right at the start. But if you're just wandering around, this map is a nightmare.
It is.
It's very disorienting. You are sent to find like I need to go to, I don't know, the library. And then in order to find that, you have to like run around this outer ring. Uh the game has sound in it. Hold on one second. I'm gonna turn this down so I'm not distracted.
Yeah, there's like
All
an
right.
outer ring. There's stuff in the middle.
Mhm.
There's a bunch of like
There's like
pathways.
tubes. Yeah.
There's an upper level, a lower level, and like a basement level. The upper level and the lower level. On the outer ring, you can go straight up in a couple of spots, and then there's some diagonally crisscrossy ones, and then the basement level
God, there is
is a maze.
I found the map, you guys.
It sucks,
It-
doesn't it?
Yeah, it's not very helpful. Yeah, it looks like maybe you drew this. I don't know if this would help at all.
It didn't help me that much. I'll say
Uh-huh.
that.
Okay.
But yeah, did you find, Pete, any of the special areas that unlock achievements?
Oh, I didn't even know the game had achievements. Doesn't feel like a
I
game
found
that should
some.
have achievements. Let me ask though. I'm going to derail us completely just for a second
Yeah,
too.
please do.
Do
Sure.
we like? I know what Hecky means based on
Mhm.
context clues. I know what Almo means too. But like, do we ever find out why Hecky? Like,
Because it
what
was in
that
one
comes from?
poem that Iris
it a
wrote as a
poem?
kid.
That was it.
Yeah, and
Was
so it's like the only thing they have to read, and so they're like, we'll grab from her shitty poem, like hair to hair,
Yeah, hair to hair, I understood because I mean that's what the
I
clones
don't
are.
remember this
red to
poem.
blue. You can talk basically if you go to the library before,
Oh.
like in chapter 2 or something, you can talk to one of the shells there, and they will read you the poem. And the poem itself is like it scribbles. I didn't take a lot from it. I didn't understand if there was meaning there, but then because the society only has a few things to go off of the outside world, they based it all on that.
I'll say
Mhm.
like cards on the table. I felt like the story could have used an editor. Like there's just so much going on. But
Yes.
that being said, like it is very cohesive. Like
Mhm.
the world has been thought out, the pieces connect, the implications have been, run through. It's just there's too much of it.
I think we've played some games that could have. They've done kind of similar to what is done here, and they fucked it up. I think as far as a cohesive narrative goes, this is one of the more successful ones.
I will agree.
I'm pointing at 13 Sentinels in our back.
Oh god.
Yeah. I agree.
Yeah.
I think this game, the analogy, the product or piece of media that I kept going back to, and I think that this game invites the comparison, is Genesis Evangelion.
Yeah,
Sure.
that's fair.
Hey, there's these unknowable deity things that we're fighting against that have ruined society, and they're weird, abstract, geometric shapes, and sometimes they're humanoid. And we need this young person to fight against them somehow. And then it's actually secretly about depression, not so secretly, at the end. And they run out of budget.
This is about generational trauma
Yeah, this one's about
and depression.
generational trauma and depression, and also this one, just like Neon Genesis Evangelion, also seemed to have run out of budget and had way more story than it was than its budget necessarily allowed for, and they made it work. Yeah, so like this game, I wanted to talk about it at some point. Like the mechanics we talked about time jumping and like warping.
Mhm.
Other than like moving around and there's like a basic dialogue system, that's all the mechanics there are in the game. Right? There's nothing else you really do. There's no.
Yeah, if you count the like guessing game you have to play with the occupants, which I wouldn't because I hate it. That's the last part, really.
But that's
I feel
just
like
that's
that's just
the dialogue.
context clues. Yeah.
Yeah, it's just dialogue trees again.
Yeah.
It's just dialogue trees, and so like they have very few mechanics in the game. You're mostly running from place to place, talking to people or having them talk at you. Because all of the characters are clones of the same character, there are how many character models in this game, really? Like,
I mean,
they
would have to put the different armor on all of them. So
yeah, they're
it
mix and match.
varies.
It's like Polly Pocket, like this one's got this hair, this one's got this outfit, this one's this color, but it's really mix and matching of the same handful of parts. Even Zhao's hair is reused on Iris and vice versa, so that they can get more leverage out of the handful of character models they've got. Then all of the like adult characters are in
full hazmat.
Full hazmat suits, and then there's mom and dad who are the other characters. But I think there's Iris, Zhao, hazmat suit people, mom, dad. Those are the 5 character models in the game, and they have mix and matches.
Do you count the occupants?
No, because the occupants are Iris's body and then a circle for a head.
Is it really Iris?
Well, they have a way of explaining that. Like it's all explained in lore, clones, seeing memories of people. The occupants took on our form, and the occupants that we see are like representations of projections that they're doing.
Yeah, Gino,
Totally.
checkmate.
No, they do it
Obvious.
in lore. I'm just saying their lore allowed them to have 5 character models, and lore also. They do a really good job of like. There's one I think really well animated cutscene in the whole game, and it is the first one you see, where Watcher runs up and stabs Iris through the chest. That's the only fluid cutscene, really.
Let me ask a follow-up question. You see a driving scene later on. I could not tell if that was animated or just real footage.
That's FMV.
That is recorded FMV.
Got it.
Yep.
Yeah, so that's not animated. A lot of the other cutscenes in the game are static characters who are not moving, and usually their mouths are off camera too, so you don't need to see if the mouths are moving.
Oh, yeah, that was the other thing. They are all wearing face masks, so you can kind of.
It's clear.
Yeah, Watchers is clear. The rest of them kind of have like a full face thing, which covers their mouth very conveniently. But also, this is a game about the COVID-19 pandemic.
Yes.
So you could see the the reasoning there. But also very convenient for not having to animate a mouth.
Yeah, and like they do an amazing job of like. There are sections where you're playing third person. There's sections where you're playing in first person. There's sections where you're playing top down. There's sections where you're playing side scrolling. There's sections where you're kind of platforming around with the warping. And And a lot of the different ways, it makes you feel like you're in a meaningfully different experience. It's disorienting when you end up in first person or side scrolling or any of those sorts of experiences. But if you've gone to the trouble of making a 3D game engine, or used one that already exists, I didn't see if they were using Unity or Unreal or any of those. But if you have a 3D game engine, just placing the camera in slightly different spots gets you a lot of mileage, and they do that. Like, that's not that technically difficult.
Yeah.
It's not like you building a whole other mechanic, right, Em?
True. It's worth mentioning that this is Sunset Visitor was a 4-person development team in Vancouver. Their background is in theater, new media, dance, and performance art.
Really?
So they're not even like mainly game developers. They started working on this because when the coronavirus pandemic started, they were in lockdown and they were not able to perform or tour, and so they decided to start doing video game development. So they kind
Everybody,
of yes.
I was just saying, everybody in the game who dances is so shitty at it, though.
I don't think that was the main focus of their motion capture.
Okay.
I don't think they
Uh,
motion captured.
They used Rococo motion capture technology, which
Okay.
is a Danish brand of motion capture.
Oh, well, say no more.
I don't know anything about it. It's used for. Oh, I do know about it actually because it's used for VTubers. It's
Ah.
very low cost. You get like a little jumpsuit you can put on, and then it like picks up your motion. So it's not very advanced, but it's like enough to get by for if you're doing like VTubing or if you're doing something like this where it's like kind of the illusion of movement, I want to say.
Yeah, and that's the thing that I really took away from it is like the game does a really good job of stretching those resources. It
Hmm.
it uses camera angles, it uses static images, it uses the one really well animated scene they have. They show it like 5 times or 10 times over the course of the game, so they get the full mileage out of that. They change the character models just enough so that it works with primary colors. It's an impressive game from that perspective. Like, they managed to stretch what I feel like I think I saw most of the assets in 2 or 3 hours that you will ever see. You only go to so many locations. You revisit the same locations a good amount of times. Um, and then they stretched it to 10 hours and made it largely work. And it's pretty impressive. So let's try to get through some more of the story. Like, you commune as Watcher with Knower. You commune with Healer. Oh no, wait. First, it's Bang Bang Fire.
Bang, bang, fire.
Bang Bang Fire. And that communion, you see.
When you leave your parents, right?
Yeah, you leave your parents. Em, did you have something to add there?
I was just gonna get more into the scene that you see.
Mhm.
This is like a series of clips where you're like kind of jumping back and forth as Iris is packing her bag. One of the things that comes up a lot throughout the game is that uh, it's something. Hold on, let me get the actual quote. My mouse isn't working. It's you can't put everything into the backpack, or you
Mhm.
can't fit everything in the backpack, which is kind of like big overarching metaphor thing for this game. Um, and
Yeah, and it comes up when you try. There's a gigantic stuffed whale, and
yes,
it won't fit in your backpack.
Pretty cool whale,
mhm,
though, I will say.
it is
It
a nice
is.
file. Um, yeah, and so this is all on the like having to commune with everyone is on the orders of principal, who kind of seems to, I don't know if she's trying to root out the like dissent that she thinks happened
Seems
because
like it.
Fixer
Yeah.
was involved. Yeah. But she's like trying to get you to figure out who is a collaborator, and then that leads to like going through all these memories of Iris, learning about how she came to like become the All Mother. It's a lot of stuff in like the first like I think it's chapter 2, 3, and 4, where you're doing these communions,
Yeah, and
and then things get weird.
things definitely get weird. We've talked about a few metaphors already. I mean, it's definitely about the immigrant experience. It's definitely about COVID. It's also definitely about fascism.
Oh
You have
yeah.
a few different visions of fascism throughout this game. I mean, if you want to do an interpretation, you're spoiled for choice on this one.
You are. And the control of knowledge and information, like your sisters continually tell you, like, you realize you're one of the only people who gets to see these memories at all, right? Like they don't show us stuff. Like we find it out by maybe going to the library, but for the most part, we are very atomized in what we know about the world and what we know about the All Mother. Like a lot of this stuff is dogma to us. We
Like,
have
we
no
all know.
evidence of it. Um, so Bang Bang Fire, you see the Iris moving out and going with these people who are trying to solve the disease and the occupant crisis. Um, then you commune with Healer, which I believe shows you the original clones,
Yeah, the first five
Yes.
or
first
six.
5. And in this case, the All Mother made clones, and they originally had immunity from the disease, and each of them, they basically live in kind of a Garden of Eden situation, with the one commandment being no one gets to make clones except Iris. Except what happened? What happened?
So the youngest, who is like the proto watcher of the group, she was like uh, trying to get. I don't know if she wanted her mother's favor or if she was just like trying to make her happy. It came up on Iris's birthday, and she found Zhao's diary, which Iris had taken with her when she came to wherever we are now. Uh, and in that, she found like some DNA from Zhao.
One
And
of her
so
hairs.
yeah, one of her hairs was in there. And so she used that and tried to clone her. And the clone is like incomplete. She has only half of her face. And it kind of looks like, she's sort of like getting her bearings. And then Youngest presents the Zhao clone to Iris, and she immediately like stabs her
It slits her
with
throat.
a big knife she was going to use to cut the cake. Um, and this is the original sin that they refer to later on. This is the ancient sin that for this offense, Iris takes away the other clone's immunity. They all die, and she condemns the youngest to basically just make clones forever.
Yep.
Yeah,
Yep,
and then
Yeah,
leaves.
Iris
and
really
leaves.
flips.
Uh-huh.
I said at the beginning, she's a nasty person. I
Yeah.
maintain that now. Again, there are caveats. She has
Yep.
reasons to be nasty, but she is very nasty.
I mean, we also find out during all of the flashbacks to her home life, like she put a hamster in the microwave.
Oh yeah, I forgot about
Um,
that part.
yeah,
Yeah.
she's I don't know.
A lot going on.
She had some trouble. She probably should have, uh, had therapy instead of being thrust into this situation.
Instead of
But
being given absolute power.
yeah, you could say that. Huh.
Yeah. So that's kind of we learn about the Zhao clone and the youngest and all of that stuff, and how she basically has been cast away from God and forced to make more and more clones, and everyone who lives in the orchard, like the garden, like say like an Eden garden,
Ooh,
and
subtle.
yeah, it's just clones on top of clones on top of clones. The next communion we get is Noah, but this happens first. There's an
Oh
occupant
yeah.
invasion.
Yes.
Uh,
Yeah, this
We're
one's
gonna talk
odd.
about this.
yes,
You
an
want me to go
occupant
into it?
comes. Yeah, an occupant comes. Do you want to explain him what happens here?
Sure. So an occupant alarm starts going off. The occupant I don't think we see the occupant at this point,
No.
but it does like shake whatever facility this is. A lot of the clones are like knocked over by the shaking. Some of them lose their masks, and this virus that is killing them is airborne. And because they don't have their immunity, they are all killed.
Right.
So it
Allow
is
me to interrupt again, just for a second. How do they eat?
You don't.
liquids.
It's all just liquid nutrition.
Yep.
I
Yeah.
knew there was a bartender. I didn't know if there was
Yeah.
actual food.
No, that's
So the
why bartender is giving everyone nutrition. Em, did you want to
yeah.
explain
So
another
the
work?
sure. They basically have a liquid diet. It seems like they get all their nutrients through injections in their arm. And some of the like when we find out later with their little society, um, some of the like illicit dealings are like
Cake.
these clones want to taste things. Yeah,
Yeah.
they want cake, which is like putting themselves at risk, and so it's illegal.
So yeah, I'll
Yeah.
say it again. Like credit where it's due. These writers really thought through everything.
Oh yeah.
I think they did too much, but they did a very consistent job.
Yeah, and like the cake is like every year they celebrate
Mhm.
Iris's birthday with a birthday cake that is it's like a fruit cake.
Yep.
And no one eats it, but they cut it every year to celebrate the All Mother's birthday. And yeah, some shells later on want to try the cake, and so it's like an underground black market item is solid food.
Yep.
But yeah, like I think it's also worth saying we see some of these other characters like Bang Bang Fire is poetic and maybe not all there.
Hmm.
I think it's unclear how sane Bang Bang Fire is.
Yeah. She's got some stuff going on. It seems like she doesn't like the like killing involved with her job. She's
She's
like
Not
basically
supposed to be
military.
yeah, she's military. She's
Yeah, she's
supposed to
like
be doing
self-defense mode.
defense,
Yeah.
right?
Mhm.
But yeah, she's kind of divorcing herself from that as time goes on. Fixer is supposed to be repairing things, but she is like kind of taken the opposite stance. Healer is like jaded and kind of like standoffish.
And constantly doing terrible
Strange
experiments
Yeah.
on
Yeah.
shells she doesn't like.
Yeah.
Noah's
Uh,
just been around forever.
yes. Nowhere is I don't know if we find this out until way later, but we
We're going
find
out of
out
order.
that
Doesn't matter.
we're going out of order. It doesn't matter. Uh, Nowhere is the eldest from the time of like when that whole fallout of the youngest happens. She kind of like assumes that position because she was there for basically all of their history. And so she's kind of like seen all of this play out, but doesn't she doesn't take a front seat when the actual like events of the story happen. She kind of pawns that off onto Watcher.
He
It
likes
seems
to
like
watch.
exactly.
Nowhere
Watcher
likes to
likes to
watch,
watch. Yeah.
and Nowhere likes to, and Watcher likes to act.
Hmm.
Um,
Very interesting. All of them get kind of flipped on their head.
yeah, Fixer likes to break. Bang Bang Fire is kind of more interested in in introspection and poetry than she
tells
is in
knock
military stuff.
jokes.
Yep, she tells knock jokes. Healer is sarcastic and like killing things, quite frankly, or like learning. They all do their function also, but they
Right.
clearly have more to them than their functions. In spite of being in a society that says just do your function. And when you commune with Knower during the occupant event, you learn basically that. Pete, how would you describe how one, the mechanic you don't like, and two, what happens with Iris?
The mechanic I don't like is basically you go to these occupants and you have to talk to them and fail their test, or you can like go back, talk to a whole bunch of different people and figure out the right answer.
You really had trouble with this?
I didn't.
I mean, you didn't have
Yeah.
trouble. I was just annoyed by the whole thing. Why do I have to talk to them and fail so many times, like just loop back around?
So
I didn't really fail it.
I didn't really fail. That's the
Oh,
thing.
I thought you had to talk to them first before you could even like pick the right option.
No, I
Oh,
talked to all the
no.
people first. Talk to all the
Oh,
kids
yeah.
first.
I
Get the
take
responses.
back some of my hate now. I was
Yeah,
this is user error. I'm willing to admit
Okay,
that.
all right.
Okay. Yeah, so like the occupants don't they're aliens, so they don't talk like people. They talk in, I guess, pocket phrases. And
They're like things of memory, and so in
Yeah.
order to talk with them, you have to like give them the memory of like similar value to what you're trying to express.
So you're
So
basically seeing flashbacks from earlier Iris memories, and you are pairing something someone said to Iris at some point with what the occupants are trying to communicate. And that's kind of how they talk. They talk through what other people have said to you in the past.
And is this the one where you find out what like Iris was the chosen?
Yeah.
Yeah, you more or less find out. I don't know. Again, I'm probably conflating a few things, but whatever. Like we said, we're going out of order. Iris was chosen as the chosen of the occupants, so she now has immortality. Again, we're not sure if that's from them or from the scientists, and she's immune.
Right.
And then eventually, Iris uses their power to kill everyone. Everyone's dead, which they deserved it. I'm not totally against Iris on this one.
So
is this when we find out that they gave gifts to her? Like the
Yeah.
little floaty guys?
Little floaty guys, the little Navi characters from Legend of Zelda who follow you around, like secretary. She was given 3 of those, and she was able to use them to do communion, like the communication of memories. She gets that power. Did she want everyone to die at her dance, or does that happen? Like, does she ask them to kill everyone at her dance, or does she's just the only survivor because there's an occupant event there?
I think she's the only survivor. Yeah, the only one she kills deliberately, I think, are the clones, because she's just mean then. But the scientists who experimented on her.
Yeah. It seems as though there was the way the occupants seem to work is that they are like called to areas of high density of emotion, and so the dance was a moment in time when all of the high schoolers were kind of feeling the
Hormones
same
flying
thing.
around.
Yes,
People
exactly.
turned up. Knows.
Yep. And so everyone who was at the dance was like on the same wavelength, and then the occupants showed up, and that killed everyone. And then later, it seems as though she kind of like inspires that same sort of thing to happen in all of the crew that are on this ship, and that's what kills basically everyone else that's on board, who is not a clone of her.
Yeah, we didn't say yet, but more or less. So Iris goes to join these scientists. She agrees, and they perform a whole bunch of experiments on her. Turns out they were at the bottom of the ocean on a ship, and this is where like the orchard is and where all the clones live to this day.
Yeah, they have been trapped on that ship ever since, basically. And we also find out like they did terrible experiments of like trying to get the clones to give natural birth as a potential way to communicate immunity. one of them was thinking of impregnating actual Iris. Like, it's really dark experiments that they're doing. But also Iris seems to be a legit sociopath or psychopath.
Oh yeah, like Iris. I mean, Em already said she microwaved her hamster well
Mhm.
before these experiments ever happened.
Yeah.
Yeah. And like she wanted all the last remnants of humanity dead, rather than find a way to show some discrepancy between the people who
Mhm.
abused her and not.
Mhm.
Also, they're the last people on Earth, and she'd rather have a world with no people than that. She goes back to see her parents like long after her dad has killed himself.
She condemns all the clones to die from this
Right.
epidemic.
She takes their immunity away, which is
Yeah.
maybe worse than just killing them. Like
And
leaving them to die of this disease, which drains all the liquid from your body.
which is apparently a terrible way to die. Um,
Mhm.
I feel so. This game, it deals with unreliable narrators, right? Because we find out at the end of the Noah communion, we find out that Iris got this power. Um, you then go to kill her because she's bad. Um, Watcher runs up. You find out that Secretary, the little thing that's been helping you, is an occupant.
Mhm.
And so you break off a little piece of him. You take the train, you go to Iris, you stab her in the back. She's kind of zonked out, and has been like sleepwalking and barely even notices that you're there. You kill her, and then um, Principal shows up and says basically she's been stringing you along the whole time. Like Fixer, some of the things that she showed that you saw in the communions, a lot of the stuff that's been going on, she's been puppeting you to go kill Iris or do something bad to Iris. Because it turns out that Principal is the youngest. She is basically the Adam and Eve of the parable, right? Like she's the original sin person and has been obsessed with her creator ever since, and has been acting out, basically trying to get her attention. She tried sending like the best shells and the best clones to get Iris to say, "Oh, I was wrong about you. You've been
Mhm.
making good clones. I love you." And Iris just never does, never acknowledges any of them, never communicates with them. Um, and so you basically Watcher gets manipulated through memories. And we find out like Fixer never reached out to you in the memory. Like Principal did that, right? Like Fixer never hacked your communion. Um, that never that was like a doctored memory somehow that Principal did. So are we supposed to assume that Iris was as bad as she was depicted in those early memories, or that you were being manipulated?
Mm.
It's a good
That's an interesting
question.
question. Yeah.
I don't know that, like, I mean, so there are a whole bunch of memories down the line that Blue, oh God, we haven't even gotten a Blue yet,
Yeah.
that Blue shares with Watcher. Which, like, I don't know, like, is Watcher still just working off those same poison memories if they are poisoned?
There was no time for her to get other ones, right?
Right.
I don't know, I just assume it would be some sort of, no, because she connects with the occupants, would
Well,
presumably
hold
have
on.
access to Iris's unfiltered memories.
Yeah. Um, Way later, like towards the very end of the game, we do meet the occupant who is left, and the occupant says something to the effect of it is a lossless transmission of data.
Hmm.
So it seems as though the memories that Blue has received, which we'll get to Blue in 1 second, don't worry about it, um, have been like all encompassing. Um, like that's why that we can talk to characters that Iris hasn't seen. Um, like having discussions with characters that were sort of in the background. It's just like getting the whole scope of that memory.
Yeah. At a certain point, it's like genetic memory, so you can get
Right.
memories from your mom and your mom's
Hmm.
mom and everything. Like, if they need a scene to be able to be shown in this game for drama, it can be shown. It shows up, and they do a good job of writing it into the story as being something that's plausible. But the boundaries here are very encompassing in terms of what
Mhm.
you can know and how you would know it. You see scenes that Iris could not have been present for.
Right.
Um,
Literally, specifically with her mother and her father, like recording videos for her that we don't ever see her actually seeing.
yeah.
Stuff like that.
Or like scenes from her mother and her father in Hong Kong during the
Right.
protests in Hong Kong. Like you
Which are
get
before her birth.
yeah, which are before her birth, and they do a really good job of like placing you
Mm,
in those uprisings directly. Like
mhm.
you see people knocking back tear gas canisters with tennis rackets. You see people blocking pepper spray with umbrellas.
Umbrellas, yeah.
Like they do a pretty darn good job of unpacking that sequence, and you find out that basically Iris's mother and father met during the protests when Iris's father had his skull cracked and gave Iris's mother as an emergency contact. That's how he got her number. Um, and they end up together and they move away. Uh, and the line where Iris's mom is like, "I didn't move away," tells her own mother, like, "I didn't ruin my life. I ruined my life to get back at you." I think she says at her own mother.
Damn.
Yeah, she basically says, I didn't move away for him. I moved away because of you.
Yeah,
Mm.
she left Hong Kong because of you. And the grandmother is like, Hong Kong's fine. What's so wrong with the brutal occupation? You're being dramatic. Don't leave. Um, yeah, cycle of trauma, cycle of
Yeah.
violence is a main
Hurt,
theme of this game.
Cycle,
hurt people
cycle of,
hurt people.
it's true. Cycle of fascism too. I mean,
Yeah, let's unpack that. Pete, how does the cycle of
Iris's,
fascism go forward?
well, like Iris's family obviously flees. I guess that's communist, but it's really just fascist when you think about it. Flees that dictatorship, and then Iris sets up her own fascist dictatorship. And then once Iris bows out of the picture, Principal sets up her own fascist dictatorship. And then Blue blows everybody up. And then Nowhere sets up a fascist dictatorship. It's just one after the other, really.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Let's
it's
talk
just
about Blue.
Blue is a miscellaneous. You pick up after Watcher stabs Iris. You pick up with a new character in a completely new looking location, which looks like Hong Kong, um, where you are playing as a miscellaneous. And what's a miscellaneous? So we had Fixer, Knower, Bang Bang Fire, Watcher, Principal.
Yes.
Those were the roles, and Healer. And now we have miscellaneous. What's the deal with miscellaneous?
So basically, under the orchard, there is a undercity,
Old
it
Town.
old town. Yes, it's about like I don't know 6 square blocks of like vaguely Asian looking streets, um, where a bunch of clones are like kind of working their way up in order to get upstairs. So miscellaneous, you are not assigned any color. You kind of have the like least expectations placed on you, I want to say, but you are like looked down on by anyone who does have a color. And you're playing as 48, who is a unclassified clone, who is working under the bartender, and everyone around her seems to be like living their lives and picking names for themselves so they don't have to go by a number, and kind of like you know putting dissenting art on the walls and being harassed by the Reds, which are the cops, because Principal has established the provisional government, and
All honor to the
nowhere.
provisional
All
government.
gratitude to the provisional government.
Yes, of course. Um, and it seems like they're just sort of doing fascism. They kill the current bartender who you were kind of working under, and then you get to become the bartender, so you get to go upstairs. which
Is
is,
just a question. The upstairs
yes.
bartender in chapters like 3, 4, 2, 3, 4, was she already gray?
I
Was
think
like her
so.
hair or her
no,
outfit?
like was the miscellaneous designation like
Yeah.
did she have a color before?
No, she was always gray.
It
Yes.
was always
I think
gray.
so.
So are we to understand that basically this underclass in the old town always existed and you just didn't know it because you were, or like you didn't care about it because you were Watcher and you were in the
Yeah.
orchard?
It seems like it was happening. Like I don't think it was set up after the like killing of Mother or the All Mother.
Mhm.
But it seems like it kind of like wasn't so bad, and then that whole thing went down, and then got worse down
Yeah.
there.
They made a lot more clones and a lot more of
Yes.
them they didn't bother to assign colors to. And like the game unpacks, these roles that they're getting assigned. The person who's even doing the assigning of what role people should be is colorblind. So she's
What,
just doing it
is that
random.
true?
Yeah.
I don't even remember that.
Yeah,
Oh,
one of the healers, one of the pink shells is colorblind and
see,
she's given the task of assigning clones colors and functions. And when she tells Healer that she's colorblind, Healer says, "Well, would you like to be dead and I could replace you?" And then she's like, "Okay, I'll just assign roles. My
yeah.
bad."
I thought this was the conversation that you have with a healer who is like, I don't even see color.
Oh, did you think it was like a
I
girl? I don't even
yeah,
see color.
yeah, exactly. That's what I read it as. I was like, oh, you're one of those.
Oh, I
But
I I read it as she's colorblind and is assigning these things at random.
I didn't.
I mean, either one's a
I,
good bit. They're
yeah,
both good.
I think if you want to go with the I don't see color reading, that's like a little on the nose for
Because they were
the
saying around that area, like, there's some failures, like some of these shells need glasses, right? Some of them don't.
Mhm,
So, like, there's different mutations going on as they clone more and more and more. They are not the same replicas. And
right.
so I took it as, oh, yeah, you could end up colorblind. You could end up, slightly taller. They all have different voices.
True.
Um, yeah, but I think both interpretations are valid in their own way.
Hmm. Yeah.
Um, but yeah, like so you end up as in the underclass.
Ooh.
You end up as Blue. Bartender gets killed. This is where you learn about the black market for cake.
Mm.
It's also where you learn about how this fascist oppression is kind of showing up in this undercity. They put you there for not that long, ultimately, before you decide I want to go up topside and take revenge on
Yeah.
on the people who killed Bartender. This
I have
oppression of
a
the underclass is intolerable.
yes. I have a question before we get topside.
Mhm.
Uh, is this like one chapter segment the best cyberpunk we've played on this podcast?
It very well could be. It's pretty
Because
good.
I was like, oh, this has like all of the stuff boiled down into like 1 hour of gameplay.
Mhm.
Uh,
All the
I was
tropes. The only location's a bar
right,
and
Yeah.
exactly.
graffiti.
You're the only things you're missing really are corporate control, but I mean you get the
Hmm.
fascist elements from that anyway.
Hmm.
And there aren't any like console cowboys. You're not jacking into the
Ah,
Matrix or anything.
that's
I
fair.
think it
That's
still
That
fair.
counts though. Still
that's
pretty
just
good.
because the world looks like the Matrix already.
Yeah. Uh,
I think so, and it's up there. It is definitely up there, and they don't. It's non sequitur. Like you just smash cut
mm,
to you're here now with another
yeah.
character, and the way that they do that, like a lot of the flashback and communions, each communion has a different style. Like some of them are first person. I kind of went over like third person, side scrolling. Like all of that stuff is very well done. And smash cutting to, hey, you're in this other location that looks like nowhere else you've been up until this point, and you seem to be playing as another character. What happened to
Mhm.
Watcher? What happened to this world? Um, it's really effective. Like,
This is the Kingdom Hearts 2 waking up as Roxas.
yes,
It's it's very good.
Yeah, it's the best part of Kingdom Hearts 2.
everyone loves
When
it
That
you
so
play as
much.
Roxas.
Um, Yeah, you basically decide you're going to overthrow the government. You get the pass to go topside. It turns out, Pete, what has changed since Principal's taken over?
I mean, not a lot. Like
I'm raising my hand. I know,
M's
I
fine.
know.
M, what's happened?
cosmetically, some differences.
Cosmetically, everything does look the same, but now,
Oh, the big difference, yeah,
yes, there are Jiao
they're
clones too.
gels. Yes,
Yeah, the Jawas are like an underclass of even lower than the
miscellaneous.
miscellaneous, it seems, and they are clones of Jiao, and all of them seem to fucking hate you.
Yeah.
The one that you talk to, I think first, it depends. This map, you could just end up in a weird spot. The one you talk to first is Candy Jiao. They're all named after food, and
Because
she has
Dumpster Jow loves to eat.
right, exactly. Yeah, that was the I was gonna see if you got that, but you did. Yeah, Candy Jiao has one of the best lines. Uh, she's just like talking to you, kind of like you're an idiot, and
Mhm.
she needs to explain everything to you. And this is the body of the Watcher, which we've crucified in the middle of our square. And she's like, "Oh, have you finally decided to grow a fucking spine?"
Yeah,
It
when
And
you
you're
doesn't
like,
grow no.
"What?" And you're like, "What, huh?" And she's like, "Have you finally decided to grow a fucking spine?"
Mhm.
And I
I
was like,
also
"Oh,
there's
she's
another
fiery."
there's another good one where they give you the passcode no worries. I
Uh-huh.
forget which Jow you tell it to, but you like say it and you're like, okay, no worries. And Zhao's just like, all right.
Hmm,
Yeah.
Do it like a couple more times.
cool.
Like, no, but no worries. And she basically just, I got a dipshit. Like, move on.
Get out of here.
I like that the Zhaos, one, they hate that they are basically, they're like, we Zhaos, we're always assistants to Iris, and so we're assistants to you also, clones, and we love
Mhm.
it. They make us dress like a little schoolgirl because that's apparently what Zhao wore. Um,
You can
they
see
hate
the
that.
hate in their eyes.
It's great, except for the Prime Zhao, who is
Uh-huh.
Principal's designated Zhao, who's a collaborator who just likes
Mhm.
that she gets privileges as being the highest Zhao.
Yep.
And so when you tell her no worries, she's like, no worries is that people just need to accept that life is how it is. You know, there's nothing to change. Don't change anything. It's like, oh,
Mhm.
okay. You're you're the house slave of Zhao's.
Yeah.
Got it. Um, and I mean, the uprising, it turns out, there's a bunch of factions that all want to knife the old guard principal and her new. She like basically makes ministers instead of the archetypes. She basically creates the archetypes with a new name.
Yep.
So there's like a minister of knowledge, a minister of technology. That they're the same colors as the old people. They say that they are more open than the old order was, but all they do is parrot. Um,
Do you get it? Do you get it?
why don't you unpack it, Em?
the it's just the same thing, doing it over and over again. That's all.
Hmm. And in this case, they, I guess, Knower or Principal, one of them burned all of the library books, all the knowledge that they had. So now they are creating new knowledge. You see, the new fascist government wants you to know that the only things that you need to know are the things that they tell you. And that's convenient, right?
Do you
They,
get it, listener?
you get
Do
it?
you get it? Do you get it? I'm shaking you.
Yeah. Um, so the game, it turns out everyone wants to overthrow this, or enough people want to overthrow this government that it's a, I would say, Murder on the Orient Express situation. The Zhaos set you up. You get given some bomb making materials from some of the old guard who see that the other old guard are getting killed in the streets constantly, and so anyone who was before the fascist overtaking, wants this to stop because they see themselves getting gunned down. There's a cult that believes that the All Mother will be reincarnated if they just make enough clones.
Mm-hmm.
There will end up being a messiah who's an exact match of Iris. So they self-immolate so that we can make more clones, so that one of them will be a perfect genetic match to Iris. And there's members of the guard, the Red Guard, who also just want change. They don't care what kind of change. They're just radicals and want change. So they want the principal and all of the ministers are insufficiently radical in their departure from the past, and so they also want to kill everyone. And so you make a bomb, you go to a play, and you set it off, Abe Lincoln style.
I don't think you made a bomb. That was some other guy.
Well, they give you
was
the
a
pieces
play.
for the bomb
No.
at the play.
It was a play, yes. And that kills basically all of the ministers. It almost kills Principal. It almost kills you, except the Zhao that you were kind of standing next to protected you. And you don't understand why she did that. And it seems to be bad. You're on the run, and who should save you but all those guys from the beginning of the game?
Sir, BBF, healer, they're on a train, and Watcher's there. It turns out the fascist government was lying about who was dead and who was alive. Watcher gives you, there's drama. All the sisters are fighting, and Watcher is basically just sifting through memories over and over and over again. She can't really talk anymore. Her body's falling apart. You see also at this point, like, all the flashbacks of what happened to Watcher after you kill after you kill Iris, and she's had her eyes poked out. She's a Watcher who can't see. Get it?
Ah.
Um,
And this is
she,
by Knower,
yeah,
who has
Knower.
basically taken control of the government.
Yeah, Knower is a collaborator. She's just like, there's literally nothing worth dying for. So she just, whoever's in charge, she just is a sycophant to them, whoever happens to be in charge at the time.
The game, we've said a lot of nice things about the game, and the game deserves them. But I think it's worth saying there's no metaphor it's not willing to pound into the ground.
Yes. So she's a collaborator. We get to see. It turns out Iris's dad kills himself because living in a world where it seems like her parents had immunity too, because they don't end up dying.
Her mother has immunity, but her father does not. So her mother has to go out and get like supplies and medicine and all that, and he can't even leave the house.
Yeah, so he eventually jumps out the window because he can't. Also, her mother is not nice to him, and basically abuses him all the time, and he can't take it anymore. You do get to see them dance one last time. They get trashed on the last alcohol they have, and then he ends up jumping out the window. You get, man, like, so much exposition of Watcher not caving to the fascist government's demands, and then she eventually gets rescued. And the whole team puts together a plan to basically do a mass transmission of memories to every clone that will hopefully unify society and overthrow the bad society bloodlessly. That's the plan. It's just, look, if everyone had the facts and the truth, then we would stop fighting. That's the idea here.
Which has always worked throughout history. Perfect plan. No notes.
Is this before or after we learned that we're on a ship under the ocean?
This is after.
After.
Okay. All right. We do a whole bunch of rigmarole in like the command center.
Yeah, you see how all the scientists died.
Everyone died. Everyone,
in case you were wondering, which I wasn't.
I think it could have been done faster, is what I'll say. I think could have condensed it.
Yeah, you're telling me the group of scientists who said they would have abducted a 16-year-old girl from her home and performed whatever experiments necessary on them were evil? Shocking.
Weird.
Yeah,
Who could have guessed?
one of my big takeaways with this game is that it, I think, had a compelling 6 to 8 hours in it, and it takes 10. And I don't know if I would trim some of the gameplay sections or I would just speed up some of them. But I don't. They didn't need so many repetitions of some of the metaphors because I got them.
I mean, my note's related, Gino.
Hmm.
I would strip the gameplay. Like, make what you want. I'm not going to tell you what to do with your life. But I would have enjoyed this a lot more as a kick-ass movie or miniseries. But I guess, by putting the adjective kick-ass in front of it, I've just begged the question anyway.
Yeah, I think my solution would be to make that the orchard hub section way more straightforward, because most of my gameplay was wasted
Going
trying to
around.
find where I was going, because I didn't know I had a map.
Yeah. This game stretches. It uses all parts of the buffalo, and because of that, it, I think, drags in spots. And because there's not that much gameplay to the game parts, you're just kind of running between people telling you dialogue,
Yeah.
doing exposition at you. At a certain point, I felt like it would. This would just be benefit if it was like Gone Home or something,
Mhm.
and you just were walking around getting the story told to you.
I think the most egregious to me is when you are going from one end of the train to the other to
Yes.
deliver messages for Fixer.
Fixers on one side and Watchers on the other, so you're running back and forth
Yeah, you
between
gotta
them.
go through like 6 train cars just to get from one to the other.
Yeah,
I would have probably not done that.
for sure.
That's just me.
Yeah, but I think that like at this point, the plan of giving everyone the same memories, like you see the secretary, your little robot buddy, is an occupant, and he fuses with the main occupant. There's only one occupant left on this planet, and all the rest of them fucked off to other planets. And he takes over the body of the main occupant by showing it the memory of the one good cutscene where, where Watcher stabs Iris. He just shows that to the main occupant enough times that its personality loses, I guess, in a struggle for who drives the mech.
So it seems as though our little secretary guy internalized all of the things that Watcher was watching like 800 plus times,
Mhm.
and just sort of gave it all back to the occupant, and that overrided basically everything it had as far as like memory storage or whatever. And it was like, well, I guess
I drive the Voltron now. Now
yeah,
I'm
you're
in
in
control.
charge. Hmm.
Um, and so yeah, like at this point, you get to choose which of the characters in the game live or die, or which memories are saved.
Yeah.
And would you say this is a Mass Effect 3 ending?
It feels a little Mass Effect 3. There are like basically no game altering choices throughout the game. It's basically on rails, and you have dialogue options, but they don't like, it's not like a Telltale game where it shows up in the corner and says they'll remember that or whatever. So you get to the end, and the occupant is like, "All right, here are all the characters that we have memories of. Who do you want to leave in the past, and who is going to go forward into the new world?" And there's like the head of the Red Guard. There's the Red Guard themselves. There's principal. There's your parents. There's uh, basically everyone you've ever met. And this is from the perspective of Blue. So you also have like the Jows. You have the Chris, who is the leader of like a miscellaneous resistance or a crime boss or whatever.
Yeah, there's the
Um,
cultists.
your
There's
cultists. There's like there's a whole shit ton of
hey,
them.
do you want to keep the person who just wants to murder anyone who's in positions of authority? No, I think I can do with a society without them, honestly.
Yeah.
You want the
You
fascist
coward.
stormtroopers?
Yeah. So the way there's like it's kind of works in a tree format. So if you basically don't pick anyone to go and you take everyone into the new world, you will get a very brief ending where the head of the Red Guard, who watch her nickname Mauve because she was like the one in the cell with Watcher for that whole duration. She just fucking kills you, and then you're like, okay, let's do it again. We're gonna do it from the top, and then you can do it again, and then uh, let's say you get rid of Mauve and you do it with everyone else. Then the Red Guard will just line up all of the like Fixer, you, and Healer against the wall and kill you. So you kind of have to figure out who you're going to take. And it seems as though
You
getting
can't
rid
take the
of,
fascists. You can't take
yeah,
any of the fascists.
if you get rid of the fascists, then you get an actual ending, which you can take either with or without principle. If you go with principle, you kind of like are on a guided tour. She tells you to go look at a bunch of grave sites that are spread around the ship. Um, and then the end of the game plays. Then you roll credits. There are a bunch of other ones. You could like kill everyone. I don't know how that ends. I didn't see that one. Which ones did you do?
I got rid of basically only the fascists. And if you try to get
Mhm.
rid of principle, they're like, I see you think that some people are beyond grace. It's like,
You will
come
not give
on.
forgiveness then. Yeah, classic game decision at
Yeah.
the end of a game. Very
Do
Mass
you
Effect
forgive
3.
the antagonist? If you don't, are you not worse than them?
So much for the liberal left.
Yeah,
Mhm.
but I mean, they do make very clear like the only truly wrong choice seems to be keeping around the Red Guard and their leadership. Like
Yeah.
if you keep around the jackbooted thugs, you can't have a society. You can have a society with cultists and, you know, basically like abolitionists and the Zhaos.
Do
Like,
you get it? Do you get it? You
yep,
gotta get rid of the police. You gotta we gotta get rid of all the fascists, you see.
yeah,
Hint hint.
yeah. The game makes clear that there's only one wrong choice, and it's keeping the fascists around.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but yeah, I saw the ending where you get rid of the Red Guard and Mauve and basically keep everyone else, and society seems fine.
Yeah.
As fine as a society made entirely of clones of two people can be.
Mm-hmm. There are some interesting choices you can make at the end there. Like getting rid of the Jows. I don't know why you would, because they have not done fucking anything and they
No,
just want reparations.
they're the ones that deserve saving the most.
Yeah. Um, like you can get rid of the memories of your parents. And I don't know how that changes anything for all the characters that don't know about them.
It doesn't change anything.
They never learned dance moves.
Uh,
Yeah, they
they
can't
already
dance.
were pretty bad at dancing.
Yeah, I mean that's not going to help.
Hmm.
Yeah, so do either of you? Obviously, this game beats its themes into your head. I think that they are very relevant themes. This is
Hmm.
They've only
maybe the
gotten
most
more relevant.
relevant
Yeah,
Yeah.
didactic game we've ever played. It
almost
hits
definitely.
it hits all of them. Like it
Yep.
hits anti-fascism, it hits violent oppression, cycles of violence,
Right. I mean,
disease, COVID.
Papers,
Mhm.
Please has come back around in a very disturbing way, but yeah, this is still the most relevant.
Yeah. This is like playing this week, literally.
Mhm.
I don't know how much more like
On the
look
nose it could have been.
yeah. Just look outside real quick.
Yeah.
Yeah, the only way it could have been better is if all the clones had a social media platform to talk
Mm.
about fascism together on. That was basically all we're missing.
Oh,
Yeah.
you know what? That would have been good actually. If you had like a clone Twitter that you could pop up. If this was a more advanced like development team, I think they would have done that, and it would have sucked.
If it was like the effort GTA puts behind the radio for some strange
Yes,
reason.
exactly.
Yeah. So, I mean, I think that this game hits at a lot of good themes. It definitely has that Evangelion feel of like you had a lot of stuff that you wanted to get across, and I don't know how much you needed. Like you could have trimmed in some spots and still gotten the main points, because I feel like I got a lot of the main themes about an hour in, and then it's hitting them home. And some of them, I think, like the turn where you take over as blue, are brilliant. Like it's disorienting. It shows you how fascism repeats itself, and how if you don't uproot a system of oppressive violence, it will propagate again.
Right.
Like it does a good job of doing that stuff. Pete, did you have a?
Yeah, you'd have to make some changes, but you could probably ditch the occupants and just do epidemic full stop. I mean, maybe
I was wondering about that.
The immortality thing might be an issue.
I mean, there's just a lot of like sci-fi for sci-fi sake. You know, like I don't know that it needed to be clones and occupants and all this sort of stuff, but I think that it does. You know, that carries it forward. I think you get people through the door with sci-fi and clones, and you hopefully get them to stick around for the overthrow the fascist government part.
Doing too much, like, I mean, if we had to pick a sin here, doing too much is a lot better than just, papering over holes.
Yeah, and they
away nonsense.
They execute on it too. That's the thing. Is like it's not like they do a bad job. They do a very good job for the most part.
A lot of a job.
They just do a lot of it. But yeah, I really enjoyed this game. I wish it could go faster, because I think there are some parts like I don't care about the 50, right? Like the scientists. I got that they were bad scientists. It's weird that we spent so much time explaining that, and we don't explain like why did Iris bother making clones, really? Why didn't she ever come back? What's she up to? And I think they try to explain it as like, oh, she's just constantly talking to the occupants, and it's just such a mental toll on her, so she never comes back. What happens to all of the clones who go on the train?
Where do they go? Iris kills them.
Does she? We don't see it. They don't explain it.
No idea. Don't say anything.
Like, it's weird that those are the plot holes, right? Like, hey, what happens with Iris, and how much is the cycle of trauma, like, how is it actually playing out? Like, that's the stuff that they leave ambiguous, but we need to know in excruciating detail how the occupants communicate.
You know what? It's almost like the Silent Hill game we played, where I liked the parts that were the least game the most.
I agree.
Which Silent Hill was that?
F? The one about becoming a woman.
Ah, yes.
Silent Hill female. Yeah.
Right. Silent Hill feminism.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Speaking of, we need to probably watch the new Silent Hill movie that came out this week.
There's a new Silent Hill? I didn't know about that.
Yeah, bad news. Bad news, everyone. They made another one.
Oh, boy.
So I had a quick quiz that I put together now that we're at the end of this, and I feel like it should be very fast, because this is yet another of just very lesbian games that we've played over the course of this podcast. And I put together a little quiz to see if you can identify which game that we have played in the course of this show I am referring to based on a one-sentence description of it, of the lesbian games we've covered in the course of this podcast.
Interesting.
So these are all games we have played. Now, Pete, you and I have played all of these. Em, I think you might have missed out on a couple, just from the early run of the show. But most of these, let's be honest, we played after you joined. So we've got 16 games that I have put into this bucket.
So many games.
It is. We're going to start with Pete on this one. So it's a one-sentence description of the game.
I don't even know if I remember the titles of the games we played, but I'll give it a shot.
See, that's what I'm thinking we're going to find out here.
Maybe I can describe the game it's describing.
Okay.
Just bring up the Game of the Year chart and flip through
just
really
scroll
quick.
through years.
First game, Bad friend chooses whether to destroy a small town to save one baddie.
I know it.
I'm thinking of the like sun and moon one, but I don't think that's particularly sapphic. I don't think I have this one.
Okay, M.
Life is Strange.
Correct.
Oh shit! That's such an easy pull. I should have had it. Oh,
Okay.
It's okay. You can go again.
no. Stick
No,
to
M,
the
you're
rules.
up. M, you
All
got
right.
it.
The rules.
Okay, doing hair
I'm
magic
about
and
to run through the whole category.
we'll see. Next one, doing hair magic and
Bayonetta.
breakdance fighting against the forces of heaven.
Bayonetta.
Yep. Gay Asian girls play baseball and fall in love.
Butterfly Soup.
I remember this one. I wouldn't have gotten that title in a million years.
A fellowship of unlikely allies rises up to defeat the forces of darkness in real time with pause.
In real time with pause. This could be anything.
A fellowship of unlikely allies rises up to defeat the forces of darkness in real time with pause.
What's that one? What's that one where they all go shopping?
You both pass?
I don't know. I can't think of it.
So that's Dragon Age Origins.
Oh, god damn it. Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
I would think of that as a overtly lesbian
Not particularly.
adventure.
I guess it can be.
It can be.
I can make it.
It's me now, I think.
Yes,
you're
go
up.
for it.
Road trip to go fight losers
That's it.
and also God.
I knew I was thinking of it. I don't know if I have the exact title. Is it just Get In Loser, We're Going Shopping?
I'll allow it. Get in the car, loser.
Okay.
Baddie BDSM's her way through a great mystery.
Oh, that's the one where they're on the fucking cruise ship, right? And they had the sweater, the sweater mode.
I
Time me
love
up, time me
hearing.
down.
I love Pete's descriptions.
I don't know the title.
Okay, you don't get it, M?
Lady Killer in a Bind.
Yep, that's
Wouldn't have gotten.
A fellowship of unlikely allies rises up to defeat those forces of darkness in space.
In space? Mass Effect.
Yep.
You almost got me. You almost had me there.
A fellowship of unlikely allies rises up to defeat the forces of darkness in space with attitude.
God damn it. Is this Mass Effect 2?
Correct.
Okay.
A lesbian android reads The King in Yellow.
Bless you. Signalis.
Yep. Two girlfriends defeat religion via the power of love.
This is an M pick.
Oh, yes.
But they're animals.
Oh, fuck. What's the title? Shit. I could see it. It's
Oh, I got it.
boss game.
Yep. Boss game. The final boss is my heart.
Oh, I wouldn't have
Yes,
gotten
I was
it.
trying to think of the whole the whole
I was thinking
title.
of Super Lesbian Animal RPG Adventure.
That's the next one, probably.
It's got to be up soon.
Next one. Little Red Riding Hood would sacrifice every one of her friends for a ride out of town.
Oh, this is a good one. I like this
Little Goody Two Shoes.
A girl moves in with her parents and has to Scott Pilgrim her way to stability.
Thirsty Suitors.
Yep. A fellowship rises up to defeat the forces of darkness in space. Brought to you by Temu.
Brought to you by Temu.
Fuck.
Is this Andromeda?
Yep.
How many of these were M's picked?
I didn't pick that one.
Next one. Girl keeps moving until she realizes she likes girls.
What? Wait, say it again.
A girl keeps moving until she realizes she likes girls.
Oh shit.
A girl keeps moving until she realizes she likes
She's not a
girls.
lesbian in that.
Girl keeps moving. Oh, Unpacking.
That was my pick. I picked that one.
Next one. This game's title tells you everything it's about.
Please be more specific.
I'm gonna say
Super
Pete
Lesbian Animal RPG.
I'm gonna say Pete gets that one.
Damn it.
All right, Pete, last one for you. It's a video game about ruining the gay relationships of everyone in your apartment complex, but maybe you can fix yours?
I have no idea.
Oh,
I can't win anyway. Might as well do it.
This game was made for me. Oh shit, what's this one called? I could see it. Oh fuck. Hold on, I gotta rack my brain.
You better not be searching.
No.
Oh, as if the scores matter at this point.
This is the one with the Duchess and
Yep, it is, but what's its name?
what's it called?
There's
Fuck.
that weird crow monster.
Yeah, it's Sorry
Yeah.
We're Closed. Sorry We're
Yep.
Closed was the
God damn it.
So M with a resounding score of 3, 4, 5, 6,
I got 2.
12-2. M wins.
Nice.
I can't believe I missed
I'm
2 of
2-0 on our
those.
quizzes so far.
And that's it, I think, for the show. Next up,
Yeah.
we're going to be playing Infinity Nikki
Why?
because because the Fantasy Football League, Gatsu won it, and that was the game he picked.
How does one spell Nikki?
Nikki.
All
right, count me in.
So Infinity Nikki's up. It's a free-to-play game that we'll be checking out. So Infinity Nikki, thank you, Yatsu, for winner of the Fantasy Football League, for picking that. Thank you, Pete.
Yeah, good pick this week. It was interesting. It was an interesting game.
Thank you, M.
Yeah. This one was kind of the culmination of like a good number of our games that we played before, and I think it holds up. You should play it, even though we talked about it already.
Definitely.
And thank you,
We
listener.
skipped
Reminder:
a lot of stuff, even though
we
Oh
did.
yeah,
We
there's
tried.
a ton
talk
that's
for 2 hours.
And we tried to, we tried to cover as much as we could, but this game's dense. Reminder, you can get in touch with the show, deeplistenspodcast@gmail.com, deeplistens.libsyn.com. We have our comment sections, and deeplistenspodcast.bluesky.social. That's our social media. Support the show on patreon.com/deeplistens. And please, if you can, donate to the Immigrant Law Center of Minnesota, ilcm.org/donate. Till next time, peace.